because the moment I turn on my stream, game starts right now, and this is how we started. Good evening and welcome to the first cast of myself for today, and the cast for the Thor online qualifiers. And just a reminder, there's been already a lot of qualifiers. There's only 2 extra qualifiers after this one, which means that the bit more known teams feel the pressure slightly. So in this qualifier there's actually a lot of teams that you will recognize. For one, it's going to be NEXT.kz. They are going to be on the Radiant side for this match. It's the best out of 1 until they reach the final, which is the best out of 3 if I'm correct. And on the Dire side, they're going to take it up against the Serbian team Bands, who personally I haven't seen before, but they also made it into round number 4 of this qualifier. I say round number 4, but it might actually be round number 3. But you can check that out yourself. I see that a lot of people in the chat already linked the qualifiers, and you can check it out. So there's more casts going on right now for this qualifier. You can check out B Ballon on Twitch TV as well for his cast of not this match in particular, but still other matches, because of course there's a lot of matches going on right now for this qualifier, and he is covering them also. And we already are on the way into the draft, so let's jump ourselves just that way for now. We have got ourselves a Bedrider, Templar, Assassin, Undying and Darkseer. All of those banned out. Made NEXT.kz pick up that Bounty Hunter real quick. A hero that, I mean, seriously, Bounty Hunter is either banned or picked. He is so valuable right now because of the metagame being highly orientated towards getting kills. So if you can make your kills more valuable by picking up the Bounty Hunter and getting track kills with that, yeah, that's definitely worth it. Leshrac gonna be the next pickup for NEXT.kz, as we see Bands picking up the Jakiro, so the solid support. Together with the Windrunner and a solo long lane solo for that one. It could even be mid lane solo if possible. And I like it. I mean, they're not giving anything away really about what they're planning on doing for NEXT.kz. That's a bit different. They have got Leshrac and a Bounty Hunter. Bounty Hunter, of course, I mean, you know that they want to go for kills as soon as a Bounty Hunter is level 6. So giving that away, heavy ganking lineup so far. So Bands can already orient. Oh, I'm not going to use that word again. The Bounty Hunter can already, or Bands can already prepare for that with their draft that they're still doing. Let's see what NEXT.kz is going to pick up with that Leshrac. I mean, Leshrac makes good combinations with a lot of different heroes. I mean, Chaos Knight, I mean, Sven, Tiny even, Pudge even, I don't know, probably won't be picked up, but still. Also makes a nice combination with the Disruptor, though that's probably both going to be supports. And, wow, looks like Bands. Oh! Point number 1, Night Stalker has got his wings back, people. Yes, that is a good pickup then. We're gonna see Night Stalker in full glory again. And, I mean, what I was gonna say is they're gonna fight fire with fire, because Night Stalker is not the same type of hero as a Bounty Hunter, but still, it follows the same pattern. As soon as he is level 6 / as the first nighttime hit at 5:50, the Night Stalker will start roaming around and will start trying to get kills and be more active around the map, just like a Bounty Hunter would do, though Bounty Hunter is a bit more level dependent rather than nighttime dependent on that. We have the Magnus ban out, very clever. That's a good combination with the Leshrac as well. Basically everything is a good combination with that Leshrac. We have a Faceless Void being banned out as well, so Queen of Pain, Enigma, and they chance are 2 ban out for the jungle for NEXT.kz, as I'm not expecting them to still be going for the jungle, because I'm expecting Leshrac to be a support as well as Disruptor, though in theory both of those, we have seen both of those solo lane before. They pick up the Chaos Knight, and I mean, I want to have sounds there, so I'm gonna make sure that there is sound. And there should be sound again. Oops, that went smooth. But yeah, Chaos Knight, Leshrac, solid combination. If you combine it with the Disruptor, there's no escaping that once the target is being aggressed on. But Bands, they already have the Windrunner, so they can already put that Windrunner up against them and just make sure that she at least won't die. Look, there she is. Should give her a name sometime. I bet she has a name. I bet that's... We should find out the name of the voice actor that's doing all these drafting things and stuff, and then just call her that the whole time. We should do that. Do it. Someone in the chat, give me your name. But yeah, Chaos Knight gonna be picked up there. Lone Druid was the last ban out for bans. For NEXT.kz, they in theory, I think they only need one more hero. Just the solo mid, unless they're gonna put Leshrac or Disruptor there. But like I said, I'm not expecting that. So they just need the solo mid for that, and probably gonna be a hero that is also very aggressive in the mid game. Even though normally you see either a Night Stalker or a Queen of Pain together with those two combinations. That, I mean, with the Bounty Hunter you're gonna see a lot. But curious to see what NEXT.kz is gonna do instead of that one, as we see a Sven pick up by bans. Now, Sven, you can combine him. We already said Night Stalker in theory can be compared a bit to the Bounty Hunter. Sven can be compared a bit to the Chaos Knight. They both work very differently. Chaos Knight relies a bit more on levels, and Sven he relies a bit more on items. But in theory, later game, they're both dangerous. Though I would say if you're a really late game, Sven wins it over the Chaos Knight. And that's going to be really dangerous. But of course, NEXT.kz is probably not going to make it last that long, or at least that's their goal. Crystal Maiden has hair in the game. By the way, Crystal Maiden's not going to be picked up here. Sorry. Comment from the chat for the people that are watching the VOD. Don't mind me. Last pickup for NEXT.kz. They're taking their time. In the meantime, Bans already has only 5 seconds of their bonus time left, but NEXT.kz still have 40 seconds, so they can use that. And in the meantime, Bans can already think about their last pickup, even though they could still pick up a jungle hero for Bans. Or an extra support. I think it's going to be an extra support. Jakiro Sven is going to be very strong there. And maybe Jakiro Sven Lina will be the case here. Also that solid follow-up stun. And then you have such a comparable lineup, because Leshrac Lina is going to be comparable as well. It's going to be all depending how it goes on how they're going to lane this though. Because Juggernaut, the last pickup for NEXT.kz, also a mid-game hero. And we're gonna find out. We're gonna find out how they're gonna be doing. Wow, I was not expecting that one. Did it take out a time? I don't think so, right? That wasn't a random. No, it was not a random. Razor is a pretty nice hero on the lane if you manage to drain the attack damage, and invisibility doesn't break it, so Bounty Hunter is not safe from him either. And if you just drain all the attack power, and what I said earlier about Sven being the hardest carry, but Chaos Knight being, well, ready earlier to fight because his dependence is mostly on levels rather than items, Razor can totally nullify that one. If he just puts a static link upon Chaos Knight's gonna be like harmless. Let's see who plays what. We have, of course, for me, unknown team with not that unknown players. However, on bans we see Reggie is gonna be playing the Sven. It's gonna be Razor played by Patrico. It's gonna be Ralphie playing the Jakiro, all on the top lane so far. This is gonna be a ganking Sven. Oh, I am excited to see this one. Bans really fighting fire with fire. Night Stalker gonna be played in the mid lane by NXL, and on the bottom lane solo laning it up, Windrunner as expected being played by Loser 990, and she's already getting harassed on by Ballas here, who's on the Leshrac, and that instantly makes us jump to the Radiant side, because like I said, NEXT.kz up against Bans in this Thor open qualifiers. We see Ballas playing the Leshrac. It's gonna be the Juggernaut played by Stalcat. This is actually Stalcat, though he is called Rise Again. That's confusing. Either he's Rise Against or well, it's Stalcat. It's Stalcat. We're gonna see 9 playing the Disruptor, and in the mid lane it's gonna be Mantis on his Chaos Knight. He'll be supported by Leshrac, so this will be a dual lane mid and a dual lane bottom as well, leaving the long lane solo lane top played by Sing Sing, who is gonna be playing the Bounty Hunter, already getting an Ice Path as well as a stun, but we will be popping his invisibility and we'll be backing out. And I see a square there, but I know it's Sing Sing actually standing in for NEXT.kz for this match for the long lane solo. More harassment going off here as we have the first blood already mid lane, but I'm gonna check out this encounter because they're just hitting each other like madman, and the kinetic field comes out, and it's actually 9 that backs off with that. More right clicks to go, but it's Yeah, it's the Windrunner that gives up first. In the meantime, first blood already went down, Night Stalker goes down, and this is of course the combination that we know that's there, we know that we should fear. Reality Rift in, stun from the Chaos Knight, follow-up stun by Leshrac, and they're now both level 2. They only had their stuns at level 1 and were able to take him down with that, probably with some help of the creep wave as well. But they are very dangerous. But these two, we're gonna see these two roaming around a lot. The Jakiro and the Sven. They can't gank top, however, because they, well, Bounty Hunter can go invisible and they don't have anything to spot that invisibility with. They can, however, gank the Leshrac and maybe the Chaos Knight as well. As, well, the White Courier, this is an unusual courier, is gonna be scouted out. Alright, and they're actually gonna just take it down. That's Courier down, and they can still go for this as well. Ice Path latches on both of them, stun on both of them as well. Right click, Mantis, silence up, trying to get away. Leshrac still hits, but Jakiro picks up the kill on the Chaos Knight, and now it is Jakiro, dual breath, Void, and the hit, and it is the double kill for the Jakiro on the side of Bans. As I said, fighting fire with fire, and they make it happen, and they make a double kill in the mid lane, shutting down Mantis, making the first blood that they got there kind of irrelevant again on the lane, or at least for now irrelevant. At the same time, we do have to just point out slightly that there is a Juggernaut free farming bottom. He's 13 for 1 so far. There's also a Razor, which in theory is free farming, but his last hits aren't quite there just yet. He is 6 for 2, with Bounty Hunter able to get some experience here as well. 6-4-0, that's actually very even, and that's not to be expected. Void, Illusion Rune, Ballast, Silence, right clicks going, but the Edict forces him back, and Mantis running there actually forces him back even more as well. So Disruptor, Night Stalker still getting stunned up, Mantis running to the high ground, not even gonna try it anymore. Of course, they had no vision up on the high ground, that's why they didn't chase that. He's gonna come here again though, and there's the stun, gonna be 1 second only. Reality Rift in, there's still bottle charges up on NXL. Stun hits again. Night Stalker in a lot of trouble. Will there be more coming off on the track, or will the right clicks be enough? No boots, no nighttime, no nothing. Another stun, 2 seconds this time, and that will be his end. That will be the 2 deaths on the side of Bans, both on the Night Stalker right here. Ice Path still ledges on Mantis, but no chance of doing anything there anymore. As we have on the bottom lane, we have Windrunner trying to juke this Juggernaut level 4, Windrunner still level 1, and actually Windrunner having to Windrunner herself away here. Here comes the Disruptor as well, glimpse back, and this might actually help her slightly. No, she's running the wrong direction and will probably die kinetic field, and that is not even needed because the Juggernaut just picks her up like that. Juggernaut with quite an awesome sword, might I add. He has got a rare sword, Defender of the Ivory Isles. Kind of nice. Mid lane in the meantime, we have got everybody back at their position, and I say everybody, also these 2 gankers, Sven and Jakiro standing close, silence up, Chaos Knight not going to be hit by the Ice Path, and they will be getting away. The difficulty with the lineup that Bans is having right now is that their ganks have to work out, otherwise the Sven will be behind way too much, because he's not farming, has to get his gold by getting kills, and as I said earlier, oh, they're gonna use it as bait. As I said earlier, they have the Sven that is very gold dependent. Yes, he can get somewhere with levels, but at some point that's just not gonna be enough anymore. Stun hits, Ice Path hits as well, right clicks to go, dual breath also hits as well. 1 more hit needed, and that's gonna be Jakiro picking it up. The Shrek stun doesn't hit anymore, and Reggie and Ralphie are both gonna be backing off once more as Mantis is hiding near his tower to make sure that he's still going to be getting that experience while not being put into danger by this roaming duo. And the Courier in the meantime has respawned again instantly. We see it going towards the mid again, now picks up boots for Mantis on his Chaos Knight. Bottom lane in the meantime is going to still have the Windrunner at a disadvantage. She now got level 3 however. Creep wave pushing towards her. Juggernaut level 5. So getting nice levels there, as Disruptor is also level 3. So far so good. A Night Stalker hiding behind his tower again, level 5, is almost level 6, and if he gets level 6 in the next 40 seconds or so, he will have it for the first nighttime, and we will see him roaming around. He goes for a build that we don't see every day though. Normally we see Night Stalkers going for that Hunter in the night after the 1 level of Void, and whoa, 1 second stun only. Leshrac stun still hits though. Like clicks to go, will it be more Void lands on Ballast? Nobody able to follow up on that though. Ganking team is on the top lane. But yeah, normally we see 1 on Void just for the slow, one on the silence sometimes to, of course, get the silence off to avoid the stuns and stuff. And the most in a Hunter of the Night, indicating that they're gonna be hunting in the night. But this Night Stalker might actually be playing it a bit more passive now that he's got the massive nukes Omni Slash on the side. Stalker coming in from the back, making sure that his first ultimate is being put to good use. That Night Stalker is not going anywhere anytime soon. Or maybe at least not with help, without help of his ganking team members, the Sven as well as the Jakiro. In the meantime, we have the Razor, also level 6, a bit less of impact at level 6. He'll just be continuing to farm for now and try to be left alone, as we have a ganking coming perhaps on this Bounty Hunter. Oh, never mind. They do have a Sentry Ward, just one though. Probably not enough to kill off the Bounty Hunter, not without a good Sven stun and maybe some more disables coming off, following off there. But for now, Bounty Hunter getting nice levels. He is level 5. As soon as he is level 6, we will see him roaming around a bit more as well. As we have the Juggernaut 2 for 0, now having 2 kills. Doing a good job. Dangerous Juggernaut for the Dire team, as they don't really have that counterpart for that. Yes, they have the Razor. As we have a smoke up for the first nighttime actually. He's gonna go there. He's gonna join Team Gank. With wings. Hello, wings of the Night Stalker. I think they got changed slightly. Looks like they got changed. Silence, Shackle, Ice Path, Dual Breath as well, Stun, and that should be a kill. No, Leshrac stunning up the Night Stalker. Chaos Knight will still be able to get away. It's Night Stalker that goes down actually. TP's incoming still. And here comes the Disruptor. We'll be able to glimpse someone back if he needs to. Ice Path, Latches on 2. Is there going to be more? 1 second for another stun from the Sven. Who will he find? Who will he try to kill? Is it going to be the Bounty Hunter? Is it going to be the Leshrac? It's going to be the Leshrac. He gets it as well, but the Jakiro still goes down to the tower. And it's 2 for 2 right now. And here comes the Razor with his ultimate on. Are they able to do more? No more mana left on the Windrunner. Plasma Field not doing enough for now. And they're not going to be able to get more out of that one.
Tower is under attack. Dire's structures are fortified. Radiant's top tower is under attack.
And in the meantime, Windrunner back into base, needs more mana, and the tier 1 tower actually goes down for the first time. The tower goes down in the game. Bottom tier 1, Night Stalker coming here. The Lance of Void still level 6, level 5. Lance of Silence as well, but cannot chase. Level 5 versus level 8 is just too big of a difference. And also, without a Hunter of the Night, it's just slightly, well, at a disadvantage, not really at a disadvantage, but not as dangerous as he normally would be in the nighttime. But these two will definitely help with that, because ganking team continues. They're very behind in levels though. If we look at these two as supports, and we check out the supports of NEXT.kz, I mean, this is level 3 and level 4. We have the Disruptor level 5, we have the Leshrac level 5, so both of those are higher than these two. Night Stalker coming in from behind as well. Here comes the Juggernaut. Silence is going to be there first. Here comes the Void as well. Here comes the Ice Path. Dual Breath first, and the Stun, and the Ice Path, and the kill. Juggernaut Omni Slash turns it around. Maybe tries to run away from this one. Is it going to be enough? No, it is not. The Void was there. Night Stalker still getting the kill. It would, of course, be quite crazy if he would be able to get away from this ganking team with a 3 versus 1. As we look at the mid lane once again, Leshrac trying to finally get some levels, just like the Windrunner who actually picked up again. Windrunner on level 6, almost level 7, with the Bounty Hunter, her counterpart, only like half a level ahead on her, which is not all that bad, to be fair. This Bounty Hunter is, of course, it is easier for Bounty Hunter to pick up his experience being an invisible hero and such. Oh, so I noticed that my voice is starting to be annoying. Sorry for that in advance. I drank a lot of tea though. We're gonna have Sven and Jakiro sitting and waiting. They can't wait for a long time though, because there's 4 heroes on the top lane. They all want to have the Razor. TP's incoming, but it's gonna be too late for the Razor, or is it? Yes, it is. That's a track kill. Bounty Hunter picking up the kill, and it's gonna be the Chaos Knight that's gonna be stunned here. But the glimpse back was there from the other person that TP'd in, and that's gonna be Jakiro's death, as he was left alone by his teammate. In the meantime, can they take something in return for this? Can they take this tier 1 tower? There is a fortification up on the Radiant, and they will also lose their own tier 1, which is in fact not really something in return anymore, unless they can TP in fast enough, which they can't, because Sven's TP is on cooldown for TPing in earlier. He's also got no mana, so he wouldn't be able to do anything there, and the other two don't have a TP, so that's not ideal. And has his wings been changed? It looks like his wings have changed. Can someone confirm or deny this? It looks like they're smaller. And I think I liked them better before. It looks like they're like... Yeah, please, in 2 minutes I will check the chat and see if that's correct or not. If I'm the only one that thinks that. It has been a long time since we've seen him with open wings though, so it might just be me instead. Which is a very high likability, I guess. Let's see what these people are building. Actually, let's first see the net worth. This guy is highest, no surprise there. Oh, big train, chasing train up on the bounty hunter. Void is there. Is there gonna be more? Yes, there's more. Windrunner picks up the kill with the power shot, and Sven being stunned. Chaos Knight being stunned up by the Sven, that is. And it will be the last of it, or will it now? Sven in a lot of trouble. Edict doing some damage. Ice Path still ledges in. The Chaos Knight glimpse back on the Night Stalker as we have the Leshrac picking up the Sven there. Nice stun, ledges on 2. And that's a kinetic field again. Locks in 2 as well. Leshrac could do some damage if he had his Edict up again, which is almost. Now he has it again. Is he gonna cast it? Here comes the Omni Knight. Omni Slash to this. Wow. And that's 2 kills. One for Leshrac, one for the Juggernaut. Double kill for Ballast on this Leshrac. And yes, that is Omni Slash, Omni Knight, Centaurs, horses, I don't know what that was, but that was a fight going towards NEXT.kz for sure. Even though Bounty Hunter had to pay for that with his life, but well, they got something in return for it. And indeed, a tier 1 tower got dropped, tier 1 tower top got dropped as well. Towers are of course still in favor of NEXT.kz, as they are ahead in this game. Gold graph does not lie, 5,000 gold in favor. Experience graph 4k gold in favor. And that's, experience, 4k experience in favor. Right. And now there's gonna be even more gold in favor because the tier 1 tower, last one on the side of bans, drops in the mid lane under the power of the Leshrac Edict, as she is now out of mana. We'll probably pick up some mana boots. And there it is indeed. And we will not have to go back to base to try and get that. We should be seeing a lot more from the Razor right now. He's got his Vanguard complete. He will be able to have a bit more presence on the game. And thank you for confirming that they did change the wings a bit. It just looks smaller. It doesn't look as good anymore, I think. It's less sexy. I know. I'm sorry. Sven, level 6, happy times. He is very behind on levels though. Look at this. We already saw the experience graph, of course. But if you think about which heroes on the side of bans would you want to have highest level, it would be, okay, the Razor, still pretty high, still nice. But then the Night Stalker and the Sven. Night Stalker and the Sven are lower level than the support of NEXT.kz. That is a big difference right there. And that is very dangerous for bans. They have to find a way to get that back up to speed. As a ward just got placed in the exact same position. Stun from the from the Sven. It's a Leshrac power shot. It's almost a kill, but no, the stick charge is keeping him alive. God strength being used for that one. Nobody able to chase, but here comes the Bounty Hunter. There is a sentry ward up here though, and he sees it just in time because they counter warded here. As we have the Night Stalker going down here to the Juggernaut. Used his Omni Slash for that as well, and then just decided to Blade Fury after it when he didn't die of that instantly. Juggernaut for a Night Stalker who is, like I said, level 8, so low on the levels, low on the gold as well. He has died 6 times now, doesn't even have the threads yet. Now he does though if he wants to, but is just not having an all too good game so far. And have drums up on the Chaos Knight, of course something that he normally does as well. Chaos Knights want to go for drums, want to go for BKBs mostly after, or armlets of course. So, oh, so powerful item. We still have the Juggernaut building towards a Battle Fury. It's not going all too fast though. He did pick up Face Boots and a Ring of Aquila, so definitely not doing bad either for sure. Looks like NEXT.kz thinking about pushing into the tier 2 tower. We've got the Razor still farming on the top lane, trying to stay ahead, trying to be able to be that force on the side of bans that can turn things around, because they need that. They're not going to be able to do it by themselves because the differences are just way too big. Not just with the goals because of the towers and the kills, but because of the experience, because of the roaming from bans that did not really work out as expected, even though they did get some kills. Wait at the demigod, and there goes the sun. 4 seconds on the Night Stalker. They cannot pass off on that opportunity. Glim's back on the Razor, who's not going to be in that fight. Nice kinetic field, static storm, and it's going to be 1 down. It's going to be 2 down. And is it going to be more Leshrac stun on this fan? Edict to 3 down, and that will be 4 because the Jakiro drops her as well. 3 down. 4 down actually, sorry. And that were the only 4 there for bans because Razor, he was there for a second and got glimpsed back towards the top lane. He was able to take down the tier 1 tower, but he doesn't have a TP anymore, and if he did, it would be on cooldown. So he cannot help. He cannot help defend this tier 3 tower with the double damage rune of Mantis. This will be a tower for sure. And might even turn out to be barracks, but here come bans again. They do not want to give this up. Sven Stun is at the ready. Ice Pad latches in Mantis. Dual breath, and that's gonna be a kill. Mantis drops to the Sven Stun. Is it gonna be more? Leshrac wants it to still throw out an edict, maybe right click. If he dies for this barracks, it's worth it. He doesn't die for it though. Oh, actually he does, because Bounty Hunter picked up the last. It gets dusted under. Jakiro goes down again, by the way, by the disruptor. Sven Stun up on the Bounty Hunter. Can he take him down in time? He might be able to. The dust is still up on there. Power shot misses. Oh, Night Stalker, what are you doing? Oh, that he. Thank you. So he just walked in range of that sentry ward again. Oh. Sorry, I've been used to casting via Dota TV, so that's it's been a while since my drawing in game actually worked. And since you actually were able to see my screen, because of course I co-casted as well in the meantime. But yeah, oh well. It is at least bans get something in return for that, but they do lose their melee barracks in 17 minutes into the game. That is very fast, and that is very dangerous as well. Battle Fury now completed up on the Juggernaut with that fight, as we have the first overclock picked up by the Chaos Knight. Reality Drift in, 4 seconds stun, and will Windrunner be able to get out from this one? Windrunner away. Reality Drift still there though. Right click 1, right click 2. Ice Pet will help out. There's still a Chaos Bolt. Needs to get vision, doesn't try to do so because Sven TP's in and he saw it. And he doesn't want to be there anymore when that happens. Sentry ward being placed. They want to get ready in case the Bounty Hunter shows up. Bans know what it's about. They fight them. There is no other way. We have a pause coming up just as the war cry from Sven comes off. But 9 disconnects as the Disruptor, so we have to pause. Disruptor, who by the way has 1800 gold. So that's a lot of gold in his inventory right there. And we have Chaos Knight already picking up his Minthor Hammer as well. Just needs the recipe for his BKB. We have also BKB being built up by Leshrac, who's got his Ogre Club. Bounty Hunter, he's got a Vlad's complete. And he doesn't need to buy drums because that's already up on the Chaos Knight. So this is going to be his aura items and might be going for BKB as well. BKB's all around. Because to be fair, I mean, if you have a BKB versus bans, what can they still do? Not a lot. Not a lot for sure. Stun. Gonna still hit both on the Leshrac and the Bounty Hunter. Does being popped as well. Can they chase it though? Can they find someone? It is daytime. The darkness is on cooldown and they can't do anything. Shuriken still hit on the Sven, who is out of mana by the way. Glimpse back in on the Sven inside the kinetic field, and that's not gonna end well. Track kill going to the way of NEXT.kz. And now bans have to back off. And Razor, figuring that out way too late, is gonna get killed off there. Leshrac picking up the kill. TP out from the Night Stalker. Is he gonna get stunned? No, he is not. He will go out, but it will be Jakiro who will go down. Shackle, nice one. Let's just Chaos Knight to the Disruptor. Leshrac stun, nice done by loser 990. Still Nova Edict, and it's gonna be enough. Bounty Hunter picking up the last hit with the Shuriken toss, and here comes the Night Stalker, who was safe enough to TP out earlier on, but still goes down. Triple kill, nice one being called out by Sven. Was that a part of a GG? Because I would not blame them if they did, and they do call it. GG gets called. It will be NEXT.kz that will be moving on to the next round of the Thor Open Qualifier, as we will be following that one as well. So stay tuned for that. This is not the second last qualifier, but the one before that. So after this, there's only 2 qualifiers left to go to the Thor Open, and that is in Stockholm for the LAN finals there. And we will we'll see who they're gonna be up against, and we'll know it's short enough. There will be brackets. I will be posting them in the chat as well. And bans just not man enough to take on NEXT.kz. A very convincing game from NEXT.kz, and bans. Well, they had a good strategy, or at least they had a strategy. It didn't work out for them with the roaming Sven Jakiro. They needed more kills if they wanted to get that to work. They did get some, but not enough to warrant 2 people not being on lanes or in jungles to try to get farm. Throne explodes. My name is Sheever. I'm a Ghost of Gamers caster. If you want to support me, please subscribe to my YouTube, youtube.com/SheeverGaming. And well, more Dota 2 action coming up after this one, so stay tuned for that. Don't go anywhere. I'll let you look at the end screen for a short while before I swap back to another overlay and get the next game for you. Actually, I'm just gonna do that now because you had time to look at that right now. So stay tuned, another game of Dota coming up next.